Good evening, everyone. I'm here to talk to you today about performance appraisals or performance evaluations, whatever you decide to call them. Those are those once-a-year meetings that we have with our staff members to discuss with them their job performance over the last year. Those meetings may have a positive tone, they may have a negative tone, but in any regard, they are important. And one thing that I've found is that having staff participation in these meetings makes these a more meaningful meeting for not only the staff, but for me as well. Before I get started, I want to tell you about my most recent performance evaluation. A few weeks ago, my manager pulled me in for my meeting to talk to me about my job performance over the last year. Instead of spending time talking about the things that I had accomplished or the areas of improvement, she decided that she needed to talk to me about her own job dissatisfaction. That singular meeting made me decide that I was going to approach my performance appraisals with my staff members in an entirely different manner. First things first. When I say the word appraisal or evaluation to any of my staff members, their first reaction is anxiety. A lot of people have the mind that these meetings are all negative. You're going to tell me all of the things that I did wrong over the last year. You're going to tell me all the things I need to improve on. I don't take that stance in these meetings. I try to focus on the positive. In addition, I also ask for their input on the things that they want to work on the upcoming year to make them a stronger employee and have higher job satisfaction. So let's get rid of the anxiety in these evaluations and turn them into something meaningful for everyone. First things first, we must applaud their accomplishments. Praise promptly. So what that means is you don't necessarily have to wait for that evaluation to talk to them about the things that they've done well. I try to, in the moment, if I see a staff member do something well, praise them on the spot. I also make sure that praise that I provide is specific. So if I see a situation where a staff member has gone above and beyond in patient care or above and beyond in customer service, I give them specific examples of things that they've done well. I don't like to generalize because people don't take generalizations as sincerity. Also, praise progress, not just perfection. When I see staff members improve on things, I make it a point to let them know that I've noticed that they're doing things better, doing things well, that they've improved on a task that maybe they were struggling with before. Don't wait until something's perfect to let someone know that you've noticed that they're doing a better job. Also, don't save the praise for just that meeting. I've taken it upon myself to have intermittent meetings with my staff. So I meet with them every 3 months to talk to them about how they're doing. That way, when they walk into that annual performance appraisal meeting, we don't talk about a full 12 months of what's happened at work. They know exactly where they stand with me before they walk into that meeting. In addition, don't just save the praise for the staff member. Share that praise with your own manager, your own supervisor, so then they can praise the staff member as well. Praise is great from me. Praise is much better from someone who carries more weight than me. And also, make sure you're praising sincerely. Staff members can notice when you're struggling to find things to say to them. Don't just make things up. Make sure that what you're saying is valid and make sure what you're saying is true, because otherwise they won't believe you the next time you have something to say to them in regards to their performance. Change the narrative. Encourage participation. So what has happened over the years with me, I walk into these evaluations with my manager and they talk to me about the things that I've done well or the things that I need to improve. They never ask me my opinion on how I've done or ask me what I want to do in the future. That is something that I've done differently with my staff. Stephen Covey wrote in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, win-win puts the responsibility on the individual for accomplishing specified results within clear guidelines and available resources. It makes a person accountable to perform and evaluate the results and provides consequences as a natural result of performance. It's a win-win situation if you, as a supervisor or manager, give your staff members a goal. Give them the tools and resources that they need to accomplish that goal, and then see what the result of that performance is. You will have higher job satisfaction if you give your staff members some freedom to make decisions and develop as a person. In performance evaluations, I do talk about areas of improvement or room for growth. There are a lot of people out there that are happy with the positions that they're in. They have no desire to climb the corporate ladder, but you have those select few who might be in an entry-level position who are looking to advance. They want a career, not just a job. So I talk to them about things that they can do to make themselves ready for that next step, to prepare for the next step in their career. John Maxwell wrote, I encourage them to pick one item to take action on within the next 24 hours and to share the most important thing they learned with another person. This may seem simple, but if applied, it can be life-changing. I do something similar with my staff. When staff come to me with an issue or complaint, I say, what would you do about this differently? When you have an answer, come back and let me know. And then we discuss that. A lot of times when you involve staff in situations, or you involve staff with the opportunity to grow, you'd be amazed at the ideas that come from that. Also, setting goals. When you go into these meetings, goal setting should be your primary focus. Focus on the future. Staff want to know what the expectations are for them for the upcoming year. They want to know where they can be. And a lot of staff, especially those who want to advance, you need to discuss promotional opportunities or skills development. What tools can you provide them to be a more well-rounded employee or to be more marketable for a higher level position? Take whatever steps you can to get them involved in work groups or training sessions to help make them more marketable and a more well-rounded staff member. When doing this, when you talk about the future and setting goals, it often results in a higher employee satisfaction and increased job performance. It's amazing when you talk to staff about the things that they want or the things that they desire, how hard they will work to obtain them. It's a powerful motivational technique. They become extremely motivated when they know the end result is going to benefit them. Also, in these meetings, my meetings focus on the future, not judging the past. We can't change what happened 6 months ago, but we can focus on what happens in the next 6 months. An article that I read by Gary Roberts focused on goal setting, targeted these 5 key items, and these are things that I have taken into account when performing evaluations with my staff members. So all in all, I hope you glean from this that the important part of appraisals is not the negative. The most important thing that you can focus on is including your staff members in on these discussions and have them come to the table with ideas about ways that they want to improve their performance at work, to improve their job satisfaction, and to make them a well-rounded employee. Thank you. These are the references that I used for my presentation.